No, I don't know what picture you're talking about. What picture are you on about? Um, in fact, that's about the fourth time you've asked me that, and I did say what picture are you on about. I should imagine I did see the picture, if it was my picture. Um, so I've just been streaming the garden. You're going to keep me in suspense. No, I don't know what picture you're on about. Um, I obviously did see it though, if it's my picture, even though if I'm not too sure which one that is. Um, tell you what, it's getting a bit chillier out here. Yeah, I've streamed the garden, took one tent down. Um, and now I'm just going to walk to the shop. What's in the picture? Anyway, we've had a really sunny day here, but the weather is about to turn, I think, because temperatures dropped. Well, it could be because I've been working in the garden. Saying that's a little bit of blue sky still up there. Saying that, it's been quite a nice day. You got me puzzled now as to what picture you're talking about. Yeah, had a little bonfire there last night, nothing more to burn. I fixed the drone and tested it. Don't know what occurred with that propeller just falling off. Anyway, it's definitely turning colder. That's all I know.
No.
Don't know what her disorder was. Shaking her hand around. Maybe it's a weird stim. Anxiety or something. Who knows? Anyway. Getting cooler now, isn't it?
I'm not feeling it because I'm working quite hard.
Oh, well, I've just been doing that. get some milk. God, I bought a pint of milk last night. About 4 o'clock this morning, went to have a coffee. It had gone off. Disgusting. Anyway, we've had lots of low planes flying around today. Not that I've had to move, just have to be aware where they are. Apart from that one the other night that was up there, which was actually below me, which was kind of odd. Normally they're above me and I'm diving down low, but for some reason I was way above him, so I thought I'd go up. Sort of missing. Quiet. Policeman. Put that drone away. It's the drone police. Quite a bit of traffic. Still zinging around for a Sunday. Anyway, back to the peaceful village. Put that camera away. Well, at least I wasn't confronted today by anybody. But I know there's going to be a next time. That's why I've got to get one of them body-worn cameras. Not to protect them, to protect myself. If somebody comes out and starts getting physical, which does happen, I don't mind getting physical if that has to happen, but I need it to be recorded. As it would just be your word versus theirs with no evidence. But to be honest, if someone's come out and get physically violent flying a drone, they deserve fucking knocking out, don't they, really, to be honest with you. But I don't know. Obviously that guy the other day knew I was right and he went away and got educated and didn't come back. They still haven't sold the toilet house. Got here, defibrillator, don't need one of them. Fully trained in heart starting. What we got here is the big rocklet somebody scratched over. This was the year 2000. What did we have there? 38,000 people. Crazy. Anyway, we'll cross over here. As the cars will go by. Loads of cars. That used to be a VG when I was a kid, with a big blue frontage on it. What we'll do, we'll head up to there now to show you the church. I flew over that the other night, right above it, the top of it, looking down. I'll do that again as well at some point. Yeah, this is the oldest road in the village. I'm just going to say hello to the church. Well, somebody asked me earlier whether I was a Christian. Bursting on the first question, are you a Christian? Yes, I am. And this is my church, look. Which is the Church of England. St Mary's Church, to be more precise. That bit on the side, my brother actually built the bit on the side. I'll have to tell the vicar when I see him, but they don't know that. Yeah, my brother Tim built the bit on the side and he kept finding bones, and the vicar said, we'll put them all in the bucket, Tim, and we'll bury them. They buried them. Very old. Dates back to sort of the Doomsday books. 637. There's the big tower. We'll just take a look at the crypt thing that's over there. It was a bit dangerous. Yeah, check that out. My dad used to work for the guy. He lived in there, Mr. Housestone. Anyway, here's the. Oh right, somebody's done that a little bit better. The crypt. They were looking for somebody, whoever's family it was. I don't know whether he took the sign off. Sad, really. I was going to say, I'll get in there and have a go. It's a bit like dangerous. Now, they put a notice on it saying they were looking for the family. But that's a big crypt, man. There's lots of people in there. And obviously, this is like a really old church. Nobody gets buried here. It's that everybody goes to the cemetery now. But that was used for a lookout during the war. And a German guy used to have porn movies in there. Bit of a dungeons thing going on. Until he got exposed by the news of the world, believe it or not. Chapel door. There's also should be another little chapel door down here. My memory serves me correct. Yeah. Have I got any relatives in here? Probably. Peaceful place. It certainly was back in the day. No war graves in here though. I don't believe. I don't know what that is there. Sarah. 1871. Pretty old then. Oh, that's for the Art Lake people that died at Art Lake Bridge in 1853. In fact, I had some relatives that were on that. A lot of people couldn't swim, you see, back in them days. The Hoppers Memorial, look, they were on the way back from hop picking. Look, 19, 20, 22, 20, 21. They basically went over an old bridge in the next village, and all the stones collapsed and they all went in the water. And obviously back in them days, people couldn't swim. Hello, mate. Yeah, I think Glenn was at that one. We'll say no more. No, I wasn't at that one. We used to go down there, me and a few people tripping our nuts off. Not that we were joining in the orgy or anything. But I did hear that, Glenn, you got a membership if you come across this video. It's a con really, because they put that all back together with lottery money on the grounds that it was going to be open. But I've never been in there. My brother Tim's run in there when it was derelict, and he fell through the stairs. But I've never been in there. I've been in a pond though, with my dad. My dad used to work, basically there's a guy used to live there called Mr. Housestone, and his dad was a very famous artist. St Mary's. Started by Henry VIII. Because he liked lots of wives. Yeah, crazy. That bit, the bit that my brother Tim built, and he came with loads of bones, and you had to put them in a bucket. And the vicar was going to bury them. I don't know what these ones are at the back. Don't disappear anywhere. Go in if I'm allowed. What, in the church? You sound like you were there too, mate. Yeah. I remember it being busted and the old man showing me in the morning. I was just cracking up. Yeah, we used to just go down there out of our nuts on acid and get paranoid as soon as anyone came out. And then run off. We're old people, man. That's what the old people are. But I ain't got a problem walking around places like this. I find it very historic. You wasn't there? German guy. But watch, just don't disappear down the side, man. Shut up. Loads of people in that crypt. Last place I'd want to be, locked in there with my sister, or my sisters, or my brothers. Very old place. I can still remember the original vicar, who had quite a pretty daughter. Oh yes, and I quite like the you get like the Celtic graves. I quite like that emblem. There's one over there. Then again, Ludlow Castle, Lord of the Manor. Yeah, mad, eh? See, when my dad was born, the only roads that was here was Carpenter's Lane and this road here. And at the end of the Court Lane used to be a little gas light, which they used to light. My dad said the local policeman would stand there with his black cape on. But my dad said you wouldn't get too near him though, because he'd just whack you. That would have been my dad. In fact, Bill's dad actually, by the same name. It was my dad's best pal and Ivan's dad. They all grew up together. But they got up to some mischief. There used to be like a station house place here. But, yeah. The history for it. Oh, that's the guy that had a go at me, wasn't it? From the Red House. That's the Red House, I think. It's all good. We won't be doing that anyway. Tell you what, we'll have a walk through the school and then walk to the back down to the shop and then get my shit and walk out. Kill a bit of time. Yeah, that's where the policeman used to stand over there. With a big black cape on. In fact, this is the same school that my granddad went to. And my nan. And my dad. And me. But it was called Hadlow Church of England School then. It's probably illegal, isn't it, to say that now? That's what it should be called. Hadlow Church of England Primary School. That's its correct name. But they've erased the anything to do with England off of it. Yeah. In fact, my first classroom was right there. There used to be a swimming pool there, an open air one, where I was quite a tall kid. All I did was kind of punch the floor in there. Yeah. But that's the original Hadlow School, that bit there. Couple flying low. I try and erase Christianity. Does that mean I can't be English anymore then? Gotta shut them windows, don't they? We've all got to be Muslim now, didn't you know? Your new name is Muhammad. No, I'm only joking. All you Muslims out there, we love you really. Well, I don't care, mate. I'll still be English and I'll still be Church of England, no matter what they do. They'll have to erase me. But it wouldn't surprise me, like when we're long gone, it'll probably be all quite mad. He was curb hugging a bit. This used to be the post office. Anyway, I'll come back in a minute.